Okay guys, we are working in the 2005 to 2011 Cadillac DTS top engine mount replacement today. Once you have the hood open in your car, there is a 15mm bolt that holds this bracket into the start tower. You are going to need to remove that. It's very easy. Bracket will stay in place. Back of this engine mount has an 18mm nut. Once you take the nut off, it is studded, and you just remove that bracket off to the side, and this does hold the other part of the mount in place. You have to remove the coolant reservoir or just get it up 4 or 5 inches to be able to remove the mount all the way. So there's a 10mm nut that holds in between the coolant reservoir and the fuse box in the passenger side fender. Very easy to remove. Might need a magnet to get the nut out. There's also another one here on the strut tower right above that 18mm nut we just removed. There also is a plastic rivet clip that I didn't film how to remove, but it's pretty easy. And you have to remove the coolant reservoir. You can see as much as you try that this will not come up without removing the coolant reservoir. As much as you try, you're just going to break something. So, you get that little bit of movement up, and you're able to slide the mount right out of place. And you got quite a bit of movement between the reservoir and the coolant lines, so you're not going to break anything. Here's that old mount, and you can see how much it wasn't holding in place anymore. New one, nice and ready to go. And kind of slide it in the back here. Still got to move that coolant reservoir up. Lift it up, falls right into place under there. Put it on the stud. And here's that kind of position reservoir down, and it'll fall onto the right location above that stud. Make sure that bracket's in between there, kind of placed correctly before you go too far, otherwise it's really hard to get in. With the 18mm nut back on that stud in the rear of the mount, and the big 18mm bolt into the main part of the mount that I didn't remove earlier. Show you how to remove, but it does need to be removed. Obviously, it's very easy to see. The engine doesn't rotate at all, so this falls right back into place. Just cinch that one down. Then we gotta cinch that 18mm nut down. Right there. And you can see I did have that 15mm bolt in place already, so you don't need to fight with repositioning it. Now we just gotta put our coolant reservoir back in place with that plastic rivet I mentioned earlier. Start putting the nuts back on the studs. There's that stud right on that location there. Tighten it down. Tighten down that lower 10mm nut. And after you've done this, you are good to go. The mount is easy to replace. Doesn't need to be over torqued or anything. It just needs to be in place, and the engine doesn't rotate when you remove it. It's just very easy. So on all this, you don't need too many tools. Just a 15mm socket, 18mm socket, and you're good to go.